Good morning, everybody. Waypoint, how you doing? Good morning. Yeah, it's just a crummy Tuesday morning. It was raining overnight, supposed to be rain on and off, as you can see from the river cam. Ah, not good, but it is what it is. What the heck is that? All of a sudden, I put an ad on there. What the hell? The sad part of it is it's all about dollars and cents, and I understand that, but this live stream, all of a sudden, it just in the middle of nowhere, they'll put an ad in there. No, the snow is gone. It got warmed up. It's been about in the mid 30s to 40s and got up to 51 last night. Now it's back down to 45. So the snow's gone. I see that was a hell of a thing to happen over there in Baltimore at the bridge. Great big container ship ran into the bridge, lost control or whatever. I think it lost control from what I saw. And of course, everything went down. I sure hope that, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, so there might not have been as much traffic on that bridge as normal. But I think they're still looking for 7 to 10 to 12 people. Yeah, it was quite a thing to see.
Hey Paul, how you doing? Okay. Audio test, Paul. Can you hear me?
Yep, how you doing? Just getting things set up here to kind of So how you doing, Michael? And there's the owner himself. He's on the East Coast. Hey Dre, how's it going?
Going good, sir. How are you?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Well,
I'm I'm glad to hear you weren't on that friggin' bridge when it went down.
oh, I woke up this morning. They were talking about that. I'm like, man, that's something else. And I
Yeah, what's
wanted
that
to see
about?
a longer video of that to see if the ship struck one of the supports
Yep.
because I know they know the height of that bridge just like they know the height or the water level of the ship when they
Yep.
allowed them to go under those bridges. So I'm wondering if it struck something else.
Well, they had some video they showed that in fact here let me share this news right here. Screen share. Hey, I don't know if you can see it or not, but let's play it.
Completely surrounded by the bridge that's collapsed, the bridge cut off completely as you head east out of Baltimore. You can also see the intense presence of the U.S. Coast Guard and state police. The weather here has been a challenge. It was dark up until a couple of minutes ago. temperatures are frigid, and we heard police say that this is a massive area that they are searching. The tide is coming in. That will pose an additional challenge. They're searching below the water, on the surface. Sonar activity, they say, has detected the presence of some vehicles underwater. And I will say, guys, I did just speak with a neighbor here who said that she heard the bridge collapse around 1:30 a.m. She told me it sounded like a plane was landing in her backyard. Lindsay.
And we do know, Elizabeth, that
Mm.
search and rescue is paramount at this hour.
Mm.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
terrible.
I want to see a picture of the damage, and that way we can probably figure out.
Well, they
What
were
might be
showing, one
responsible?
of them was showing like, it, before it hit. They had a video of it
Okay.
Right.
in the dark.
Do we know what time it was hit then,
Yeah,
precisely?
between 1 and 1:20 in the morning.
Okay. There's
Yeah,
got to
that's what I
be
was thinking.
footage,
The
right?
short bit of video I've seen showing, I get like your area, Paul. They have the cameras at the bridge,
Yeah,
showing the boat approaching, and it looked like it was very coming in the angle of the camera. It looked like it came right near a support area with a
well,
support
and
pillars.
the thing of it was, is when you watch that video, Dre, did you notice the lights on the ship going on and off? I think they had some kind of a mechanical thing, and then they hit the bridge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There'd be a full investigation that come out and see if there was some kind of malfunction on the ship's steering or something. Because like I said, they know, just like your area, they know exactly where to guide that ship or tell the captain where to steer that ship so it doesn't run into anything, run aground or anything else. So something has to go wrong or some serious neglect of duties have to
And that
occur
was
for
one
the
of
ship to
those
be off course.
1,000-foot container ships with the containers stacked up as far as the bridge, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
huge.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sure that there are probably many stories of people that were late going to work or should have been on the bridge that weren't on the bridge. Or if you
Right.
noticed in the one nighttime video, Dre, there was a couple of big trucks go shooting by just before it went down.
Yeah. Well,
Those
they
guys,
showed the
got to be
collapsing, so
thanking their lucky stars.
yeah, because they're showing that at one point that it showed the vehicles, because that bridge collapsed almost like dominoes. It
Yeah.
wasn't right where the boat hit. It was like several sections each way collapsed. And so, like you said, there are probably some people just want to look in the rearview mirror and all of a sudden they see them at bridge falling down behind them and
Yeah.
stuff. It probably felt like an earthquake for those that were on that bridge at some point.
Oh, and the sound. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, that's something else. Yeah.
Hey, Frank, how you doing? The it's I woke up to see that this morning, and of course they were showing the nighttime the approach like you saw. It
Mhm.
coming in, and all of a sudden, boom, and it just like dominoes.
Yeah, yeah.
So what are you up to today, Dre?
Like I say, this is my first full morning in Virginia. I'm in Williamsburg, Virginia today, and I have a meeting, Zoom meeting with a congressional representative, along with Bob Dempsey and some other people around 2 p.m. This afternoon. Then I'll be headed up near just to the west of DC to see a family member. We're going to stay at their place and then go into DC on Wednesday morning and visit a few museums. I guess we're supposed to get a little bit of rain, so we might be a little wet then. And then we're heading back down here to Williamsburg, and then I fly out Friday afternoon back to California.
So what's the weather seem to be there?
The weather was beautiful yesterday. It was a little crispy, but it was nice. No wind, not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful flying weather yesterday. This afternoon supposed to be a little bit cloudy, a little bit overcast maybe. but it looks like no wind, good flying weather as far as I'm concerned. There'll probably rain on Wednesday and clearing up Thursday and possibly rain on Friday.
Well, I know this might be a dumb question, but did you pack a drone?
No, I did not. No, not a dumb question, because I didn't want to go through the hassle of dealing with TSA
At the
and
airport?
like that.
Yeah.
Right, and like I say, I didn't come out here to do any flying. This is like I say, it's my wife's a teacher, so this is our spring break trip. And our original plans were to go to Hawaii, but the resort that we use is on the same island where they had the fire. So we knew that was going to be a no-go because there's nothing to do because they're still rebuilding from the fire a few months back. So we changed plans and we decided to come out to the East Coast.
Yeah. Now you've got
So
family out there, right?
I have very few. My wife has family up in the New Jersey, Philadelphia area. My wife has family. We're not going to drive all the way up there. I have one cousin, myself, that lives just to the outskirts of DC. Her and her husband, they work for the federal government.
Okay.
So that's the one we're going to go visit them and stay at their house on the day before we go to the museums and stuff. So we have at least a layover because I'm about 2 hours south of DC right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here comes Mr. Welch Rob.
All right. So how's the weather up in Michigan this morning?
It was raining all night long. It's dark, cloudy, a little bit windy. As you can see, the river is a little bit upset. And
Oh boy. Well, I mean, is the temperatures warming up where the snow's gone?
so yeah, the snow is gone. It's 45 degrees. So
Oh, okay. Okay. That's good. That's good.
here comes Justin.
Right in a hotel room?
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
I am.
he's on the East Coast.
Yeah. So that's good speed limit that yeah, they issued a TFR so that people won't be interfering with rescue operations. You know, I just hope people will adhere to that because a lot of time when you have emergency TFRs put up, it doesn't show up on a lot of apps that people check. If they do check to see if the skies are clear, so that's
Yeah,
something you have to
Joe.
actually look for.
Hey,
And
what's
the
up?
TFR is in place, especially with an emergency situation like this. Because people want to get up there and get footage right away.
What are you doing, Dre?
I'm on spring break, dude.
Ah,
Party on, dude. Party on.
Yeah. Been a long time no see, Dre.
Hey, Joe.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dre, when did you fly in? Yesterday?
Yeah, we took we call it the red eye flight overnight. We left around 10 o'clock Sunday night, and we got in around finally got here in Richmond. We flew into around 6 o'clock yesterday morning.
Okay.
So we were,
Uh,
and like I say, we didn't sleep on the plane hardly at all. So we were pretty wiped out, from not having normal sleep. And then now you're 3 hours difference time zone. So we were pretty wiped out yesterday. And then we got here early, so our rooms weren't ready yet. So we had to kind of like hang out for a while before our room got ready.
Oh,
That made
okay.
it worse.
I thought something was wrong, like you had a family issue or something.
No. This is
I didn't know.
he's
Okay.
got a conference to go to.
Yeah, well, that was going to happen either way if I was at home or here. So just lucky that we have the technology with I say the laptops, and I brought my Pocket 3 camera with me. That's what I'm using now to have this conference call with this congressman today. So no matter where I was going to be at, I was going to be on that call later on today.
Sure.
Yep. So I had to come check on the East Coast, Justin. So I'd bring
Yeah, well,
some good weather from California.
Matt hasn't shown up yet, so you didn't need to come this way.
Yeah,
I know you were waiting to ambush him, but you know.
yeah. Well, if I was gonna see Matt, I'd fly out from my end of California and surprise him.
Captain Joe the last week has been what I call the banquet king of the world. He
Yeah,
keeps
he's
going,
talking
he
about
keeps going to these team banquets.
Yeah,
Yeah, I went to the one
Well,
last night, didn't get back till about 9:30.
yeah. All the winter sports are ending now.
Yeah.
Basketball and whatever else plays during the winter
The
time.
track's finished, all of those.
Yeah,
No, track's starting right now, actually. So,
Yeah.
but I've got a doctor's appointment. I got to leave here in a half hour. Then to 4 o'clock today, it's a district game softball I got to be at. And then tomorrow morning, I got to be up. I won't even see y'all tomorrow. I might do it from school if I get a chance. But I've got junior ROTC headshots, 6:30 in the morning to about 3 in the afternoon, every hour. And then I sit for an hour. And then I got a game at 4 o'clock. So as soon as I leave there, I go straight to a game.
You need
And
to
then I
get
gotta-
yourself. You need to get yourself one of those lazy boys on wheels and just wheel it around so you can, when you're sitting, you're
It's called a rascal scooter. They already make
Yeah.
those.
And then and then I got Thursday, same thing, 4 o'clock, another softball game.
Hello, Lance.
Wow.
Morning, guys.
Good morning,
Back to
Russ.
back to back.
There's Shutter Boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's got it.
Oh.
It's flicking.
Russ shot us this morning.
What's up, Michael?
What you needed to have was a hyperlapse of that bridge that collapsed today.
Downtown Tacoma, Washington. Beautiful out. Slight breeze, dry, supposed to rain later today.
What kind of temperature?
I'm taking a guess about 43, 45.
It's in the 40s. Okay.
What bridge
Yeah.
collapsed today?
Baltimore, somewhere in Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Oh, wow.
It
Was it a
Francis
were they
Scott Key
was it a
Bridge.
construction collapse or did that boat?
No, it
actually
was
hit
a big
A ship
container
hit it.
ship, 1,000-foot container ship ran into it.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yep.
My wife was saying
Wow.
that they were it was under construction as well.
Yep.
So
And they're still looking for people.
Yep.
yeah, seven construction workers is what my wife said.
Mm.
Oh, that's
I've
crazy.
got a couple of homeless guys here. They're checking me out. Need to keep an eye on it. But there's also a couple construction workers behind me, so
Lance, are you packing?
they probably are. Some real
Yep.
good meth is my guess, or fentanyl.
Those aren't homeless people. It's just Dominic.
Yeah,
Is Dominic having a family reunion out there or what?
You saying Tim and Dominic together?
Uh,
Yeah.
pretty sure Matt said Dominic was homeless. Pretty
Oh,
sure he
Yeah,
did.
he did say that.
Well, yeah, he sure makes the rounds, I'll tell you.
Really?
What time
Doing
is
that
sunrise,
hyperlapse.
Lance?
say that again, Joe.
Is it doing that
I would say,
hyperlapse?
what time is sunrise?
I would say in about an hour, probably about 7 o'clock. So whatever
Okay.
time it is now, what is it, about 6:15? So 45
Yeah.
minutes. I haven't
Yeah.
looked. You could probably Google that and say, what time does the sun rise in Tacoma, and tell me.
Yeah, it's 6:17 right now.
Yeah.
Where you are.
Yes, that is correct.
Mhm.
So, Rob, what's new with you, buddy? Can't hear you. No audio.
Thank God.
Sorry. Yeah, same
Yeah.
as usual. Just, yeah, I got a lot on. I'm busy.
Well, it sounds to me like you sent the wife and kids off to do a 2-3 week cruise, and then you turn around and work your ass off.
She video chatted me yesterday from a beach in Antigua.
Antigua. Yeah.
go.
West Indies.
And I make the 3 o'clock in the peeing down rain. Something's
up to?
wrong somewhere.
They're after me.
What you up to, Michael?
Hey, Michael.
Not a lot, not really. Just mulling around the house, well, the flat, and doing my thing. Just going to do a bit of gaming this morning.
Oh, nice.
Just haven't decided on what yet. That's all.
So Lance, did you say you're being stalked or what?
I am. In fact, they're moving now. They're finally they're heading down some steps, so they're going away from me. I thought maybe they might attack me and steal my drone. But I can definitely smell the drugs that they were smoking from here.
Well, you're not carrying a pistol?
I am. It's in my back pocket.
Okay.
Get it on camera if you have to smoke some fool.
Right out
That'll
in front
be
of
good.
Leroy's.
Good viewing.
That's kind of where I am right now.
Well, there's nobody on the streets much, is there?
Oh no, this is Tacoma's dead at 6 in the morning. I can fly the streets and never see a car practically.
Your sun rises at 7 a.m., by the way.
There you go. Hey, thanks, Joe. 7 a.m. I might fly my Air 2S with my sphere on it when I get to school and see what I can see for a sunrise.
So you've got school today?
I do.
Because here they're all on spring break because of Easter.
Oh yeah. We are next week, so we have Easter and then spring break.
Okay.
But
The same
ours isn't usually. My district is not tied to Easter ever. We are always the first week in April. It just happens to be that way. But
Okay.
like the Catholic schools or the private schools normally are tied to spring break. So if spring break was in late April, that's when their spring break would be. If it
See,
was
Dre is on spring break here too, and he flew to the East Coast.
oh yeah, and Dre, your wife is a first grade teacher. Is he on?
No, she's middle school math.
Hey, combat. They need combat pay. I'm going to tell you, an eighth grade math teacher doesn't get paid enough. And the bad thing is we all get paid the same no matter what you teach. But I'll tell you, eighth grade math is brutal.
Yeah, my wife heard you, Lance, and she gave you a big thumbs up.
Yeah, tell her I bow down to her because I taught middle school forever, and our math teachers, we went through them like water. I mean, they would not stick around because the eighth grade kids just drove them crazy. So yes, good for her. What grade does she teach? All 3 grades?
Well, she started off in high school, and then they had a shortage, like you said, shortage of middle school math teachers. So she volunteered to bump down to middle school, and she's been there for the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
But
She's
she should
lasted
teach-
5 or 6 years with them 7th and 8th and 9th graders, right?
Yeah. She teaches the 7th and 8th grade is what she has.
Yeah, because it's 6, 7, 8, isn't it? In her school? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I've been in high school now for almost 10 years. And I was in middle school before that, but I was downtown doing technology in between the two. So, but I thought I was the middle school teacher. I thought that's where I want to stay. Boy, now in high school, I would never go teach middle school again.
Yeah.
Hey, David, how you doing, buddy?
He said he'd be back in a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, my hyperlapse is done. It's generating the video. Where back east are you right now, Dre?
I'm in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Okay.
So I'm about 2 hours south of DC.
Okay.
You gonna go to DC or not?
Yeah, we're leaving tonight to go up to DC.
Only because his wife's got some family up there, right?
Well, I have family just outskirts of DC. Her side of the family is farther up north
Oh,
near
okay, up
Jersey
the
and
coast.
Philly area. Yeah. So I say for the short time we're here, we're just going to stay around DC, visit a couple of museums, and then head back down here to Williamsburg, and then we'll
Nice.
fly out Friday afternoon.
Always want. I've been through DC a couple times, but I never got to stop and go to any of the museums or anything. I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, started my
Okay, girls.
started my second hyperlapse. I'll get away from my controller a little bit so you guys don't hear that.
Mhm.
Girls basketball knows how to do it. He gave me a Visa gift card.
Oh, you got a Visa gift card rather than Lance. One of his teams gave him a gift card, and it was to the most expensive restaurant in the world, and it doesn't even have prices.
Oh, geez. And
Those
and
ones you
I, and
gotta
I
be
hope it's an
careful.
open I hope it's an open gift card. You walk in and spend as much as you want.
There it is.
Keith Young Steakhouse.
Steakhouse.
Yeah.
What did they
I
end
think
up
I
getting?
get a salad or a kid's meal, I think.
What did they give you last night? Same one,
Last
or-
night they gave me $100 Visa gift card. And this is
Very
triple.
nice.
Well, you can take the Visa gift card there with you.
I'm not going there. I told you I'll sell this to somebody.
Take your
You might get
girlfriend.
soup.
It's one of those where he's got to have a coat on and he's got to be
I can't.
properly dressed.
I gotta take an Uber there because if I drive my car, they won't let me park. They'll think I'm working. I gotta go to service area in the back.
Hey, make sure you guys watch the San Diego State University of Connecticut basketball game Thursday night. It's gonna be a great game. It's a rematch of the championship last year. Go Aztecs.
The Aztecs were in the championship last year.
No, they lost to UConn. UConn,
Wow.
that's who they're playing. So UConn rolled them in the championship,
Yeah,
and they're going to roll them again Thursday. They're
yeah, I was gonna say UConn is a powerhouse. That's a wow. I didn't
yeah.
know San Diego State went to the finals last year.
Yeah, they did, and most of the players are back, but they just don't have the offense. They've got the best defense in the country, which wins championships, but they don't have the offense to keep up.
Well, like I
with
say,
UConn.
if the defense can keep the game close, that could be the difference.
That's what we're hoping for. I'm
You
going
know,
to have my Aztec gear on tomorrow or Thursday night.
Yeah, I said they can keep the game. I would say they can keep the game, and I would say under 80. They may have a chance.
Yeah, let me get away from this. Sorry about the truck, guys.
Yeah.
Me and the garbage truck were the only ones on the street.
I was going to say I look like a trash truck.
Yep. Yeah, so I think you're right, Dre. If they can keep it close, they've got a shot. But
yeah,
and they've got a guy by the name of Jaden Ledee, number 13. It's only 6'9", but the guy looks like a defensive end. I mean, nothing but muscle.
Wow.
And he's the guy that's kind of carried them throughout the season and the playoffs. I mean, they rolled Yale the other night, but Yale's not
well, that's how Yale gets where they get, because they play as they say, they play slow ball. They're not an offensive juggernaut, but they keep the games close because of their defensive play, and they're hoping they can sneak a couple of free throws, a couple of key shots, and boom, they'll upset you.
Yes, that is the goal. That is the goal. So we'll see what happens Thursday night.
Yeah.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah.
My daughter is going to the watch party at what's the name of their arena? It's like Vargas Arena in San Diego.
Oh, okay.
So all the kids go, and they all get in free, of course. So they're going to fill this. I mean, as far as games, they sell out every game, and the kids get in free and then they're the student section. But I'm sure that'll be packed with kids, partying like crazy. I'm sure.
Yeah, well, like I said, they're the only game in town beside the Padres nowadays since the Chargers left. So
yeah.
I always tell people, I say, location, location, location. If you get a captive audience, you can do pretty well.
Yeah.
The Clippers left what, 20 years ago?
Oh, at
20
least
plus years
20,
ago?
right?
Yeah, at
Yeah,
least
at
20.
least
Yeah, the
20.
Clippers left. And now
And the
they're
Chargers, I
building
can't
them a
believe it. I
new
can't believe
arena in Inglewood, California.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, how you doing?
So Lance, how many is your hyperlapse on a point to point, or is it just timed?
So right now I'm doing a free hyperlapse, so it's just sitting still. But the one
Okay.
prior to this was on my course lock. So I set it up
Right.
at the end of the block and pointed it to the other end and hit play.
Oh, okay. That's what I said, because sometimes people do it from going from one point to another point, and then sometimes some folks just have it stand still and just do it for amount of time.
Yeah. It's right now just doing a free, so it's sitting still, but
Right.
yeah, it just depends how motivated I am. The thing that I don't like about waypoints sometimes is you don't know if it's going, I'll travel at the distance I want it to go. And if it's not far enough and I set it for say 500 frames, but the distance isn't far enough, it'll shoot whatever that distance is. So it might only shoot 100 frames, so
Okay.
I don't like that part of trying to figure it out.
Right. I didn't know when you did the distance that you can also set it for the amount of shots. I thought it automatically calculated that this was the distance.
Yeah. You can pick the amount of shots, but then if the distance isn't far enough in the waypoints, it's not going to shoot that, and this, because what it does is it calculates the speed, and okay, if you shoot, 500 shots and you have this distance, it's going to shoot, every second instead of every 3 seconds, or, travel so far, speed wise. It just depends. And it's kind of a crapshoot sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. I mean, I don't use hyperlapse hardly ever. In fact, I never used it on a drone. I've used it on my phone for stuff, and it usually just, being stationary, and it goes for the amount of time that you set it that you want to do.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you for that tidbit information. If I ever decide to use it with a drone, at least I have an idea of the different type of settings I can put it on.
And I have an ND 1000, so that'll give me good hyperlapse during the middle of the day, and it'll show me movement of like cars and such.
Right.
And I like that one as well, but I haven't used it yet this season, so I'll pull that out on the next sunny day and try it. Maybe
now I was thinking now 1000. Now I'm trying to think. There was a setting that you can put on. Joe, you probably know that you can put a certain setting on the camera where it makes movement almost disappear. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's if you shoot say a 3 second shutter, or depending on the speed of the object, like a freeway.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
If you shot at a 3 second shutter, or say an 8 second shutter, there would be no cars, right?
Right.
It would
Yeah, that's what I was
just
thinking about.
Yeah.
Anything that moves will basically disappear off the shot.
Yep.
Right.
And a lot of people do that. Like, I don't know if you guys know who Scott Kelby is, but he shot, what's the city inside of Rome? The Vatican.
The Vatican?
He shot inside the Vatican, where there's millions of, it's wall to wall people.
Right.
And he set his camera down and put an 8 second shutter, and all the people disappeared because, when he ended up throwing it together, it just worked that way. So it was kind of cool.
Right. Yeah.
But, of course you need to be on a tripod to do that.
Right.
Or
Yeah. That's why I say usually you got to have it on a tripod because any movement make the whole shot blurry.
Yeah.
Yeah, mess it all up.
Hey, Joe, have you heard of a platypod?
Have not.
You need to look that up. Platypod. Those are so handy. And it's a little small tripod, about 3 inches tall. I mean, and you can hang it from a fence. I mean, it's pretty cool. And they're not terribly expensive, but it sure comes in handy for me, where, you can't have a tripod in a museum, right? So you put it on a platypod, you put it on the floor, you hang it from, the painting on the wall, not really, and take a shot. So they're kind of cool. And I think they're 60, $80. I don't know. I forget what I paid.
That's pretty cool.
How much are they now?
Let me try to get a price on one of them.
Okay. And they're very compact. They're the size of a cell phone, but if you were to stack 5 cell phones together, they're about that. It's about that tall, but about the size of a cell phone. Probably 5 inches.
149.
How much?
Starts at 149.
Oh, I got a deal. No, I may have paid something like that. I forget.
Yeah, they got different pricing. They got a starter kit that's 199.
Okay.
It's called the influencer kit. That has the tripod, the handle, the grip. Just the regular $65 just for the tripod by itself.
I can see
Yeah,
it's starting to get a
65
little
not
late
bad.
there, Lance.
Yep, getting a little light. You got to bring the drone back.
And you see the difference between where Lance is at and if I went to New Orleans
Hey,
and I
Donald.
was doing the same thing in New Orleans right now, somebody would have been shot. New Orleans is that bad right now.
Dre is on the East Coast today, Donald.
Yeah, I gave Donald a shout out on Johnny's show. I even gave him title movie critic.
Yeah, he did.
I heard that. Speaking of movie critic, anybody have Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have Netflix, but there is a movie trailer that came out that I just saw it. I don't know how long it's been out, but it's called Chicken Nugget. It's a Korean movie where a lady steps into a box and she gets magically turned somehow into a chicken nugget. And now it's up to her dad and the guy that loves her but had a crush on her to team up to take care of her as a chicken nugget.
What the hell?
It looks totally bonkers. It looks entirely insane.
Sauce?
So she's living in a box as a chicken nugget.
Well, no, at different parts, she's out of this container and she's they're trying to crack her down. They get her confused, it looks like, with other chicken nuggets.
That in the end, would somebody take a bite out of her or what?
I am predicting that she had a chicken nugget that she was eating and she stepped in the box and wanted to get away from her crazy dad and this guy that had a crush on her, and she snuck out the back side of the box and the chicken nugget fell and they thought she turned into a chicken nugget. That's what I'm guessing will be the surprise ending.
I'm watching the trailer now.
It looks bonkers.
It doesn't sound
what were you drinking?
Movie.
Go ahead, David. David says it doesn't stack up, right?
No, it doesn't sound like a normal Netflix movie, you know. Boy meets girl, you know, they have some roommates that upset them and try to split them up and everything, and they all come good in the end.
I like off-ball movies like that.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I gotta jump off. I gotta run.
Okay, hey, all right, Joe, take care. We'll see you maybe later or no?
I'm gonna be at the game, or maybe I might broadcast from the game.
Okay, all right.
See
have
you,
a
Joe.
good have a good day, Joe.
Oh my God, this looks so ridiculous.
Yeah.
You hear my birds?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't like the drone, I tell you that.
Nope, he's mad at you.
Oh my.
They love my shutter. My shutter noises, I'm sure.
So
Oh my
Joe, Justin, what's your review of the movie?
I have no idea what even to take from that.
It's
Now I
bonkers,
ca-
isn't it?
No, it seems so stupid. Now I gotta watch it.
It's kind of like the movie. It's kind of like that movie Rubber. I told you about that one, right?
Yeah, it's about the tire.
The tire that's going around killing people.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a psychic tire that you follow this tire around, and it's a killer.
Oh
Hey,
my
David,
God.
they're talking about stupid movies.
I'm not talking about stupid movies. They're talking about stupid movies. It's killing people.
Interesting movies.
The tire that goes around killing people.
Yeah. People, no art is created without taking chances.
Yeah.
Well, no, what's stupid, Donald, is that somebody got paid for that.
No, that's so brilliant. That is that warms my heart. That makes me so happy. Because somebody thought even the worst movie was somebody's exciting, this is my big break movie.
I don't know, Dre,
I'm finally getting into the industry.
They need a bigger break in life, right?
Well, Donald,
Well, somebody somewhere thought it was a cool movie.
Yeah.
So
It's like that. What was it? Was it Dave Makes a Maze, where the guy builds a cardboard fort in his living room, but it turns out it's bigger on the inside, and his friends have to climb into the maze and travel through the maze to try and get him to come out of his cardboard fort.
no.
never seen that one.
It's actually a good movie.
Hey, Dre, I don't know. I must be in a different world.
But don't worry, Donald. I have an idea for you. You can.
Now you know why I
Right.
gave him the title movie critic, because he watches crap nobody else would even dream of watching.
Donald, you can have this for free. Okay? The Doom Buggy Gonzo Massacre. You can just go around the US killing people on your Doom Buggy.
There you go. Yep, you could write that, Donald, and film it and make money.
Just don't
I
do it.
already drive around in the Doom Buggy killing everybody that I want to. Okay, that's not true. There is one person that I would love to see. I would love to see dead, but I wouldn't want to do the murder. So it's true. I drive around the Doom Buggy and kill everybody that I want to. I don't want to kill anybody.
Didn't Ted Bundy drive a Volkswagen?
I don't know, Dre. I think Donald's a different character.
Well, I attribute to his Midwestern education, so enough said. But Paul, I'm gonna go ahead and bounce off, so I got to do the rest of some errands today.
Okay, Dre. Hey, enjoy the rest of your week. Hope to see you along the way. If not, we'll see you back in Cali.
Make sure you get lots of video of the.
Is that Dre cracking up?
Yeah, Justin wants you to get videos at the museums.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd love to watch that.
All right, later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Did I drive Dre away?
Yes.
I feel bad.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. If I actually drove him away.
No, you didn't. He flew in.
He's on vacation.
Yeah, I know. I watched it earlier. He's in and he's got a day planned.
Things to do, people to see, places to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd rather be out and enjoying that than sitting on here with us.
Yeah, he can sit here with us every day, every other day.
Yep.
Man, I'm he's so lucky he gets to go to DC and go to all the museums. I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, 9:45 on the East Coast.
Yep. 9:45.
So much cool history there.
So, Paul, it sounds like you're having all kinds of weather, terrible weather right now.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, it rained like hell all night, and now it's just dark and gloomy, and windy, as you can see the cameras bobbling around. And
Did you guys talk about the bridge collapse already?
yes,
That was freaky.
So was it actually the ship hitting the bridge?
yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
Did they get any video
Well,
of it happening?
Yes, there's video of it happening.
there's all kinds of video of it happening in the dark at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and
Yeah, it looks like the container ship was having power failure.
yeah, because the lights were
Because it's
flashing
come on-
on. and off.
The lights go off, and it's like it seems like they were having power failure and drifting, and then it came back on for a minute, went back off. Yeah.
Wow.
And boom. Yep.
Anyone injured?
Why? Why
There
were
were supposed to be like
workers-
20 vehicles on the bridge.
Well,
at
the
time.
workers were on the bridge. They were maintenance workers. Here's the video right there.
That bridge didn't stand a chance.
Boom.
Holy shit.
What website are you on, Paul? I'm driving. I want to be able to look at it when I get this.
It's just
There's
on
YouTube videos. There's
YouTube video.
There's videos everywhere.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
And yeah, there was like 20 vehicles, and then you said there was construction workers as well on the bridge.
Yep. And the other thing too is if you look at it earlier, just a little bit earlier, because it was being live streamed.
Yeah, you see vehicles going past.
Yeah, the big trucks shooting across there, and I was like,
and you're like, and you're like watching it like a movie. You're like, oh, come on, get across. Don't get stuck. But
yep.
Cool cat, I'm down there
Well-
in Apex Legends there.
Some construction company somewhere has made some shortcuts on that bridge.
well, the problem
well,
is,
I mean, the bridges aren't
is
designed to be hit by a container ship.
1,000-foot container ship.
It was full.
I mean,
Yeah.
how many tons? I mean, there.
A container ship should not be able to take a bridge down like that.
That shipping company better have good insurance. I tell you that. That's $1 billion mistake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's well with the not only with the damage of the bridge, it's going to be a few $100 million. Are you talking about all the lawsuits and shit?
Yep.
Oh,
The
God.
loss of life.
Well, there's various reports that the 7 to 10 people that are missing are the actual construction workers that were up on the bridge.
Well, like I said, plus, like I
maintenance.
said, few hundred. The bridge alone is going to be anywhere between a $200 to $400 million fuck up right there.
Just how much do you think the cleanup is going to be just to get all that metal out of there?
Yeah, then you got to think of cleanup costs, rebuilding the bridge, and then you got to think of, like I said, all the lawsuits. You're talking each family's probably going to sue for a ridiculous amount, like 20, 30, 40 million dollars. Going to be a big ass lawsuit.
Yeah, it'll be a class.
Stay in your seat.
It's going to be definitely $1 billion fuck up.
No.
Plus the damage to their own ship. Whatever that's going to cost to fix.
Yeah, it's just.
There's money after money piling up on that disaster.
No, I don't even. I watch. I don't even think about the money. I'm just thinking about those people. My first thing is all those people. Like, and luckily it was not during a busy rush hour.
It was at night.
Yeah,
Well, was the cars that went in there, were those people's cars or the construction workers' cars?
both.
Okay.
It was open to traffic.
Okay. So
And it's
there's
like, how do you get a phone call? You get a phone call. Yeah, your loved one was involved in this accident, this bridge getting rammed into. It's just like this person disappears for. I guess it's like any other accident.
imagine being on the bridge and that happening. God, dude. You're just driving along, all of a sudden fucking bridge just out from under you.
Yeah.
That's scary shit right there.
Here's another look.
Well, it happened in Italy, didn't it? When that bridge collapsed. All them cars that were on it.
There it hits the bridge.
Doesn't look like there was too much traffic up there.
Well, look at the cars that were on the bridge right there. They had their headlights
Those
on.
were construction work.
That was a construction. If you look,
Yeah.
there's another shot that you can see vehicles were driving. You can see kind of how much traffic there was.
Oh yeah, those are all construction trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see all the flashing lights on them. It didn't look like there was, thank God, too much traffic on there.
Yeah.
Just looks like a ship bridge.
But honestly, they should have had some kind of, I don't know, maybe footers around that thing that were so
Yeah,
far
don't they
out.
know got big concrete barriers around them, so the ship can hit the concrete barrier
That's what I'm saying. Maybe
like they do over here.
they should. Well, some of the bridges do have those, but I don't
1,
know.
2, 3, 4.
But the bridge was also still under construction too, so that might have not been done yet. That could have been in the plans.
The bridge was under construction.
No, it was maintenance. I think it was the crew was there doing maintenance, wasn't it?
Yes, maintenance.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
the
somebody earlier
bridge was built
Yeah,
in
the first sat there
1940.
in the office going right back to drawing board.
Yeah, it was an older bridge.
Yeah, they should definitely put some concrete footers around it just for the future. Definitely. While they build the new one. They'll end up putting something in place to prevent that from happening again.
If there's any more bridges like that, I'm hoping they're rushing out to get them fixed, protected.
Well,
It
yeah, but
wasn't
it
a bridge
wasn't a
failure.
bridge. It was 1,000-foot ship hit the
We're
bridge.
looking at what 160, 170 tons.
Yep.
They did that in Tampa Bay.
It does
didn't
not
they?
stop. Even if you put concrete footers.
and
it does not stop.
Under normal conditions, it takes 3.5 miles for that ship to stop.
But if you add protection in place, big concrete barriers and stuff.
No, it did. Those were there, and it just plowed through them.
Oh, there were concrete barriers there. Wow.
But that bridge was also really old too, so it wasn't probably built because container ships that size probably weren't around when that was built.
Yeah, but like everybody said, the people that are going to pay is the insurance companies.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I think some construction workers are paid with their life. By the looks of it.
Yeah, they're missing. Can you imagine being up there on that bridge, just doing your job, and the next thing you know, you're taking
Yeah,
the big plunge?
I couldn't even imagine what that would be like. I have an idea in my head, but it ain't the same as actually experiencing it. That's yeah.
See, normally as well, the concrete that holds them up are normally away from the shipping channel itself.
Well, it depends upon the length of the span. They can only span so far, you know?
Well, like I said too, being that bridge was that old too, it probably wasn't designed for ships that big to protect it anyway. I mean,
Well, yeah.
I'm
Donald
sure
probably can school us on
newer construction they have a setup.
the engineering that would take place to decide what kind of an impact the bridge, the spans and everything could handle.
Well, ships weren't that big back then neither. These container ships.
Oh,
are
these big
fucking
container
huge.
ships or something, aren't they?
I mean, they'd make the Titanic look tiny. I mean, and that was considered a massive ship back then.
Yeah, I think Justin's right. Well, it's that the bridge was built in 1977. Russell just said.
Isn't that bridge similar to the one that's near you, Paul? It goes.
No, that's the Blue Water Bridges. This is in Baltimore, and it's a long span. It goes from one side to the other. I think it runs like about 3 to 5 miles.
But if you look at container ships back in the 90s, that's when they started getting 2 to 3 times larger than they were before.
Oh
Like
yeah,
the
I mean
container
they're
ships in
building
the
the
past.
pilot houses way up in the air so that they can stack more containers on them and, oh yeah.
Yeah. The container ships of today weren't the same as the ones 30 years ago. They're twice the size, twice as heavy. I mean, they're just massive.
That'll be a big wake up call now, won't it, for everybody?
Well, like I said, there's probably some kind of engineering in place today that when they do rebuild that ship or that bridge, I'm sure they're going to put some kind of safety around it. Because there's going to be people that are going to want that, you know. Everybody in that area is going to be clamoring for
Yeah, they'll
safety,
probably
safety,
build
safety.
some cement islands and.
Yeah, but blaming blaming the bridge construction is like if it got hit by an asteroid saying, well, they should have put a bigger roof on it.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming the bridge construction. I'm just saying for its time period, it wasn't up. That ship was probably a lot larger than the ones back when they built that. I'm sure there was some kind of
It
safety.
was 95,000 tons.
Yeah, it's almost as heavy as an
Gross
aircraft
tonnage.
carrier.
95,000 tons. Oh my
Because an
God.
aircraft carrier is about 120,000 tons. So it's about as heavy as an aircraft carrier.
Because every year they build the ships bigger and bigger, don't they?
Yeah.
Carry more and more.
It's all
Oh,
about the
yeah.
dollars, how much money you can pack on them to make money.
Every year they get another 20, 30 feet long and wider. And
Exactly. And I don't realize about the outcome when something happens.
now, do they have what do they have in place around the bridges around your area, Paul? Because there's been quite a few times ships have lost power and got
Well,
out
what
of
they do
control.
is here, the land is right there close. So it's in other words, it's 100 yards. The supports are 100 yards inland because the bridges aren't that long. The bridges are only, quarter mile, 3/4 of a mile long. So they just do the spans.
Yeah,
Well,
look at that.
you can see the stanchion there. That is not built for today's sort of bridges. So it's an old bridge. It's just a combination of age, not keeping up with technology, and
a fucking container ship hitting it.
Timing for the boat to have a power failure.
The ship weighed more than my old fat girlfriend. Okay, Russell?
I don't know, Russell. She was a big one. I think your girlfriend weighed a bit more.
What's up, John? I know driving something that big, that's got to be a job, man. Whew. Well, there's been a couple of times where ships have gotten out of control over there where Paul's at. Where they lost
It
power.
ran
and all of a
aground.
sudden-
Just north of Detroit, one went aground.
Yeah, I remember that one about 6 or 8 months ago. We were watching it live on the thing when it went up on the ground.
Yeah.
Remember we went back and watched it?
Yeah. All of a sudden, it made a left-hand turn.
Yeah, and it just got out of control. The thing started just going sideways out of nowhere.
That's just horrible.
Wouldn't the best thing to do in that situation if you were, I mean, I don't know because I'm not a boat captain, but wouldn't it be best to just drop your anchors and try
Oh, they
to stop
do.
the ship?
They
did.
drop the anchors, but it's just the
And you can
momentum
also
of the
see
ship.
they had their engines, I guarantee, reversing as hard as they could. If you watch the smokestack,
Smokestacks
when it
just
comes on, they are
black.
it just starts pluming black smoke. when
So
they-
what was the did they lose their rudder? Is that what the issue was? Or what?
In my case, it was a rudder failure, but they don't know yet. They're still going to do an
Yeah,
investigation.
they're gonna have to do an
yeah.
investigation. But the fact that the power kept going on and off, and so much of those systems are integrated, that
All right.
they're going along and they're planning on making a move.
Yeah, and it's
and they
just,
lose power.
I
They're
equate it
suddenly
not
drifting in that original direction.
I equate it, Donald, to just like if your computer shuts down, it doesn't come right back on. It's got to reset.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what do you do if you lose power in your car? You go over but you're now in manual steering and you're
no power brakes, no nothing.
Trying to get to the side of the road and nothing's, your control is screwed up. Imagine that with a ship that.
Or if you can imagine just falling out of your van, right? Right, Rob?
That's true. If you said that it looked like they were reversing the engines, and it probably was a rudder failure. They couldn't steer.
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. If you watch the longer clip, you can see power goes off, it comes back on, but you can see they started that there was just smoke pouring out of the smokestacks, like they were just had the engines
trying to stop. Yep.
Well, it's and like Paul said, the ships are like trains, right? They take a long time to stop.
Yeah.
Take 2 or 3 miles to stop.
Oh yeah,
that's that
size.
Tons. Yep.
Yeah, it's the same as a train. A train takes like a couple miles before it can stop. That's why when cars get stuck on the railroad tracks, just get the fuck out of the car and stand to the side, because that train ain't gonna just stop on a dime.
Stand back.
So all you can do is get the hell out of the car and hope that they can get your car off the tracks where the train comes. If not, the train's just gonna take it out.
Frank says, what do you do if you cut off your toe? Call a tow truck.
That's nuts. Yeah, I could imagine the people in that what do you want to call it? The captain's seat were probably fucking.
Oh, he had to
panicking.
They had to clean their pants out, I'm sure.
I'm sure all those people were panicking, trying to get that thing to stop.
Justin, it's called the deck.
It depends on, I mean, maybe not panicking. I mean, they've got procedures. They may have been panicking, but.
Well, I mean, no matter how much you train.
Donald, I'm sure you can't get the manual out and take a look at it and say, now, what do we do now?
But it's kind of like being an airline pilot. You're trained not to panic.
Yeah.
You're trained to follow procedures.
Well, you are, but I mean, you really don't know what you're going to do till you're in that situation, because that could have been, a guy that's been a captain for 30 years and never had one incident. And all of a sudden, that was his first.
You know, you put through simulations and all sorts to.
Well, okay. They probably were panicking, but they're panicking in a different way than what we would consider panicking.
Well, because you can train. There's been times where you could train a cop all you want to be able to deal with the shooting situation, but there's been times where cops have froze up when it came down to it, and it just, you don't really know what somebody, because you got to think people are human at the end of the day. So no matter how much training you do, you don't know what you're going to do until you're actually in that situation. Because people will say, they'll see some video on YouTube of some guy robbing somebody, and they'll be like, oh, I'd have shot him. Well, yeah, you probably would, but you really don't know until you're in that situation what you would do.
Well, I can assure you, when someone's robbing you, the first thing you don't do is you don't go, oh, I'll grab a gun or a weapon. The first thing you try and do is, 1, defend yourself, and 2, get away.
Yep.
And I've been in that situation, so.
I just, it's kind of like when 9/11 happened, and they were like, well, why didn't they build the buildings to withstand something like that, being close to the airport? And it's like, well, they did withstand the impact. They weren't built to withstand the other stuff. But this was pure impact caused this collapse.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, you can build a building to withstand earthquakes, stuff like that, but you can't build it to withstand everything.
Right.
Yeah,
you've got a limit. So, if you're going to build something to withstand an earthquake, then you're probably going to have to give way on it being hit by a big container ship or an airplane. You know?
But again, container ships were not that big when it was built.
Exactly. Just a case of age, timing, and.
But it's fairly new. I mean, 70s. I mean, 50 years is not like a long time for a bridge.
It's not, but the reason I was saying that earlier is because I was watching a thing not too long ago about container ships, and they've said in the past 20 years or so that they've almost doubled and tripled in size, and they were,
Yeah.
and I was watching, because we were talking about it one day.
Doubled in size.
Because we were watching a thing, we were talking about that one day on one of the live shows, and I was actually looking up like what the biggest container ships are and all that, and that's what started the whole thing. And I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole that day watching some videos, and they were talking about that.
Why? To make sure it doesn't straight line.
That's part of the reason why that one container ship was able to get sideways in the Suez Canal.
Not like the guy that did ours.
Hey, David, you can be happy now. Laura's here.
No, we're
always here.
No, we've already had our front door redone, but we're watching a guy from the council, a different guy worker that's come to do someone else's, and is a DIY disaster waiting to happen. He's just swinging around a circle of saw and cutting plastic with nothing holding it.
What's up, Dusty?
Hey, Sarah.
Good morning, Sarah.
Oh my God.
Hey, Rob, any message you want to give to Laura?
Shut up, Laura.
No, just a no.
There will be when he gets back to his phone or his computer. She's just sent him a message.
Oh, check your messages, Rob.
I think she's been on with my missus.
Oh, she's been talking to your missus. Oh.
I think so.
What you working on, Rob?
Did you get through, Lola?
Yes, I sent Sarah a message and just waiting for a reply.
What are you working on, Rob?
A dolly system for a Action 4.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? The new dolly system. But if the camera runs then on, it'll run on.
Oh my God. No, mate. If you have to cut it a second time, you're fucked up.
Good morning, Sarah. Is Sarah going out do another driving lesson today?
I saw that, Laura. No.
Oh, what's gonna hurt? Caught his finger on the edge.
Sarah, I think you ought to give it another try. You might get better at it.
Don't drive, does she?
Well, she took their daughter out to help teach her to drive, and
okay.
And she was not happy with the result.
Oh, by the way, this is your 48-hour warning. Hannah's coming.
Oh, fuck.
And Hannah's coming. All right. David, that's got to make you happy.
Yeah, it's only Paul that looks forward to it. Everyone else is like, oh, fuck.
I don't know. I think you don't want to admit it, David, but you like Hannah too.
I like it when she goes home.
Yeah, but I think you kind of respect her. She speaks her mind, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So I watched Lloyd for last night. See, he had a good little show going.
Wow.
Was that your first time ever on Lloyd's, Donald?
I think I was on there once before, but I don't remember. He doesn't remember either.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you on there myself, but I haven't caught every single one of his live shows neither. So I didn't really start watching Lloyd till about 8 months ago or so. So
But it might be. I don't know. They all kind of feel like the same show.
By the way, the 3D printing's going great.
I've been on Lloyd's 3 or 4 times.
No issues, David?
No,
Can you guys hear me?
there's my coffee pod holder.
Oh, cool.
I don't see any Tim Hortons in there.
Because I go buy Tim Hortons in a pod.
You can't get Tim Hortons in a pod.
Not here, you can't.
Oh.
Sarah found they started selling
Tim Hortons in a pod.
They started finding they started selling Tim Hortons concentrate at the Walmart here.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
I was not a huge fan of Tim Hortons.
Now can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a caution sign on my audio.
Okay. So let's see what I need to do today.
That's not a
You got me thinking about it.
They're bigger.
You see the moon this morning?
The moon.
They're bigger.
Yeah.
Nope. We're overcast here.
Well, what's going on with the moon?
Oh, it's just a full moon. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happens every 28 days.
You can have the volume changed.
Hell no. No, you can't get the pods over here.
You might have to invest in
I'm not buying a whole machine just so you can have more Dolce Gusto, more Tim Hortons. Shut up.
Game is taking forever to download. Jesus.
Okay.
Michael, are you still in the chat, Cool Cat? I don't think you got my message on Steam.
Okay, I have 0 edits on slate for today. That kind of sucks. But I can get.
How's that working for you?
I was able to sand it down and it's working great. It fits now, whereas before it wouldn't quite fit. Now I've got it.
What'd you do like Joe did? We went and got the emery boards?
Yeah, I got some heavy duty. These suckers are industrial. Yeah, they're a little thick. And I didn't want them that thick because they barely fit in there. In fact, you know, when I used the smaller one, I had to work it thin with this one first. Then I took the industrial one and went to town on it.
Why are none of my Steam games making... Let me re-download Euro Trucks there. None of my Steam games are making shortcuts. Why not? Huh.
because you suck.
Shut up.
Nah.
I reset my computer yesterday because something was going on with it. I don't know if it's something I recently downloaded, but it was doing some weird shit, so I just reset it and cleared everything out of it, and I'm re-downloading everything. But none of my games from Steam are making shortcuts after I download them.
This is from the river cam last night.
Problem, Justin. Oh.
Which one is you gonna run to the movie?
There's the river. There's the moon.
Wow.
What's up, Marie?
So here I am. Here's where the homeless guys were standing. And they walked down these steps eventually and out of sight. But I could smell whatever they were smoking that far away. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a mural.
Yeah, and interesting. But this area is kind of fun to fly in the morning because, like I said, I'm the only one here, and there's all this parking. There's just one other vehicle that's parked besides my vehicle, so kind of cool.
What was this stupid message? What's saying?
Marias, good morning.
For fucking Russell. He said they keep announcing on the news both lanes on the bridge are shut down. What geniuses we have for news reporters. Obviously.
That's
Fucking
funny.
idiots. Fucking idiots.
Both lanes?
Yeah, both lanes.
Don't worry, there's a diversion in place.
Long one.
Fucking long one.
Oh, that's Lance. That's your time lapse?
Yeah, that's the one that's just sitting still. And then I have the moving one, which is this one here, I think. Check. And open up. Yeah, can you see that one?
No, we're still looking at the other one.
Okay, stop sharing. I'll show you the other one. This is the moving one here. Let's get it started here. Share screen.
Euro Trucks is actually a relatively small
there you
download.
go.
It's a what? Relatively what?
Small download compared to all my other games. All my other games are like 60, 80 gigs. This one's only 23.
Yeah, it used to be 12.
It's
Well,
really
they started changing the thing, but they reckon it's gonna once they finish the whole remake of the underneath, the engine as they call it, it's gonna be about 60 gig.
Very nice. Uncle Bill, see what happens when you fly a drone up under a bridge.
GTA.
Yeah. Gotta get the pen. Why? Well, guys, I think I'm going to shut it down. Let everybody go over and watch the news.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Everybody
being here,
quiet.
Donald, Justin, Lance,
Right.
Rob, David. Yeah, before you go, Laura's just about to send me a picture to send to you. Okay. To show you.
Just on it.
Right, I've got it, have I? She said, "This is a message for you all." Now, if you've got a problem with this, take it up with Laura.
Yeah, I've seen it.
There you go.
That's cool.
Okay.
Great landfill material.
Yeah. Landfill material. Okay, everybody. Hey, take care. We'll see you.
See you all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.